begin to create A+ listings, the first thing we're going to need is Microsoft Expression Web 4. It's a free software, and you can download it directly from Microsoft. It'll take very little to install. So this is the link. I'm going to send it along with the email. And if we look at it here, it's pretty much just like Dreamweaver, but it's lighter. You can edit text here, whatever else you need, and HTML was created up here. So let's come back to that in a second. Then we need to get content, and from that content we're going to use Microsoft what is it called? Microsoft Expressions Web, but we're only going to use it later on for this main content here. For the most part we won't be needing it, so let's just take the title and we're going to go to Catalog, Manage Products. We already happen to be here, so we're going to click New Product. Default and Simple Product works, and we pop in the title as we see it. Each of these individual images need to be downloaded, so to do that we're going to click here and save image as. Now I already have a folder on my desktop called LaCie, and I'm probably going to want a subfolder just to make my life easier. It doesn't have to be anything, it could be just one, but I just want to have everything grouped together. And I do the same thing for all of these images. You don't have to rename them, it really isn't that important. The only value is to go over here to Images. Now we're in the Magento section under Images, and we're going to browse for the files. I think we can select both at once. Yes, we can. Upload the files. One of them has to be the important one, so it becomes the base image, the thumbnail, and the small image. We save. Then as we try to save, it tells us, hey, you're missing a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's go back. As I said, the overview, this is going to be the most complicated part, so let's start with the simpler part. Just going to select all this. Anything plain text is simple. And we go back here and we click on short description, and we paste in, and it came out very nicely. We submit and we're finished. A SKU you're going to have to make up on the fly, probably related to the product. I don't know what the SKU structure would look like, but let's call it LaCie Thunderbolt and leave it at that. Weight is required. We don't know it, but we don't really need it, so we're going to put 1. It's required that we tell it that it's enabled. Again, we'll come back to description. Prices are important. If you don't know our cost or our price, actually just really don't worry too much about it. If it has a price there, use it. I'm sure it'll be higher than our price. All units are taxable. Does it have any complaints about images? No, it doesn't. Now for the big one, for the description. Let's go here, and we'll just hover over all this stuff here and select everything we need and copy. Now we take it to Expressions Web. On the bottom pane here, paste in all that stuff. It's very useful. I didn't actually want this top thing, so I'm going to delete it, and everything else looks fine by me. Great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save this, and the reason that's important is because when we go to save, it's going to collect all of the images that are associated with it. Default is fine. It's going to say, hey, you actually need all of these images, and let's save all of them. And let me see if I look at my folder here. I have all of the images that I'm going to need. I don't want you to do anything with these, but I do want you to collect them because I am going to need them. And then what I want for you to do is to take that HTML you have up here and just select all of that and copy it. Go back to Magento. Click again into the editor. Make sure you've hidden it so you're doing HTML now. And you can view it if you want, but it's going to be fine. It's just going to be missing the images, which I will correct after the fact. And you submit. So at this point you are fine. Let me just save and continue. And we finished the first one. So you'd have to repeat the process for all of the LaCie items, then all of the GTEC, HGST, Incase, Netgear, well, the list as I gave it to you, pretty much. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.